My Wiltron 360 has a second confirmed fault. Let's see what it is. Right, so let's switch on. I'll start with the signal source. Turn that on and see what happens. Okay, I can hear fans, which is good. Nothing else. Okay, so let's try this. I can see LEDs. Okay, the power supply is cycling. So that tells me that there's something loading down the power supply and it's cycling through, providing power and then shutting down. It's protecting itself. So either something's going to go up in smoke. Oh no, it's getting longer. I suspect there's probably a capacitor that is on its way out. Now, what have we got? We've got running self-test. Disk drive not ready for test. Alright, so there's no floppy drive, no floppy disk in the disk drive. So let's pop that in. Loading program from disk, so that's working. Takes a lot longer than I remember to load a program from a 3.5-inch floppy drive. Okay. You're looking at the service manual for the VNA, and it has chapters on fault finding. And in these chapters there are error codes. There are pages and pages of error codes indicating what the built-in test equipment is finding. Most importantly for me, the error codes and the fault finding information includes specific information on lock failure. And not only does the lock failure message indicate that there is a lock failure, there are letters after the lock failure message, in my case DE, and for this error code, the manual says that for lock failure 301 DE, which is the message that I have seen, this error code is the most difficult to localize to a PCB or a functional level. Many circuits can cause this error message, including, and there's one here about the signal source assembly, open loop frequency error, and conveniently it concludes a circuit diagram that indicates which parts of the 360 are likely to cause a lock failure. And this narrows it down to board A2, board A6 and the signal source. There are over 20 printed circuit boards in the VNA alone. So narrowing it down to this small range of components, of functions, is a huge help. Not only are there error codes that come up on the CRT display, but there are also LEDs that are positioned on the edge of each card. And these LEDs indicate also what errors and what faults exist or have been detected on those PCBs. And again, there are pages and pages of LEDs, their corresponding error codes, and the test description, what exactly they're testing for. So all extremely helpful. This is combined with flow diagrams for flow charts for troubleshooting power supplies, which is something that I need to look at, and so it goes on. So the amount of information that the system produces to help with fault diagnostics is quite impressive, and that's going to be a huge help to finding out exactly what the causes are of the two faults that I have found in the Wiltron 360. The manuals provide a significant amount of help in terms of guiding diagnostics and doing troubleshooting flow diagrams, but that's still not a substitute for adequately understanding what the system is supposed to do, what it is doing, and most importantly, fixing what doesn't work. So the next thing I need to do is read into the manuals to gain a better understanding of how the 360 works so that I can do proper fault finding on it. And a lot of that will be identifying what does work to eliminate those potential causes, and by a process of elimination end up with what's not working. And that's what I need to identify.